Hi YouTube, it's Johnny B64 here, coming at you guys with a Constellar deck profile. This is the deck that I've been running for most of the format, and it's one of my favorite decks right now. I kind of have replaced it with Agents. Agents kind of aren't as good now as these guys, so I don't really want to spend all the money to get like Shadows, or for me, if I had an unlimited amount of money, I'd play Satella Knights, no doubt about it. They're the best deck of the format. So I'm going to be playing the other light deck that you can also play, Constellars. So let's go ahead and jump on into the deck profile. So we start off with the main deck. It's pretty standard for Constellars. It's not too diverse. There's maybe a few tech choices, but I'll go ahead and get started. We start off with our 3 Constellar Pollux. What Constellar Pollux does is he basically facilitates you to be able to summon other Constellar monsters to make Xyz plays, which are pretty much the staple of the deck. That's what they do. They make their Xyz, and once they do that, they can pretty much win from there. So next card is very similar to Constellar Pollux. It's Constellar Aljetti. I really don't know how to pronounce these names very much at all. But yeah, this is a really good card. It essentially functions similarly as Constellar Pollux. You summon it and you get an extra summon with it. So that's a really good card to run. You definitely want to run 3 of those as well. Next, we have the main card of the deck. It makes all your various level Xyz plays possible. Constellar Chaos. What Chaos does is he basically changes the level of 2 monsters up by 1 or down by 1. And this allows you to make rank 5s, rank 4s, and rank 3s with incredible ease. So you got to run 3 of those, or else it's very inconsistent. You're not going to hit your Xyz nearly as much as you want. And then this is the savior of the deck. This is how you can come out of bad games and still win. Constellar Sombres, top deck of the game. If you summon him and you have Constellars in the grave, you can pretty much make a free Xyz. As a matter of fact, you can probably even make a free Pallades. And in late game, Pallades is pretty much impossible to come back from. It has great board control, and it pretty much can lock down your opponent. Then we play our 1 Stratus. You can either run 2. I like 1. I tried 2. It's just not for me. I didn't need all the searching because you're already running a ton of search cards. You have 2 Rhoda, 2 Tinky, and a bunch of other great search cards to search things out with. So you really don't need too many of him. It can get kind of cloggy, and you want your normal summon to be a Pollux or an Algetti to get your costs. So he's really not necessary, but one of him's nice. Then we run 1 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear. It's Ultra First Ed, so it's really nice. I kind of like him. And he's a really good card. He basically is a staple in most decks that can run Fire Formation cards. So you got to run him, and he's really good too. And he is rank 4, so you can Xyz a little bit with him. Then we're running 1 Honest, because the entire deck's light, and if you have Honest and a Pallades, he's pretty much impossible to get over. I am running 1 Hand Trap, and I chose to run Max C for my Hand Trapped. You don't have to run them this format, but I kind of like Max C just to pitch in case somebody's going for a big chain of summons. Normally it's more of Shadows I use it on. I'll side it out sometimes against some decks. I haven't really tested a whole lot against the Teleknights. I really need to get on DN and try that out. Maybe I can find a duel for you guys and me using this against the Teleknights next week, but we'll see. And then for my final monster, last but not least, Thunder King Ryo. Thunder King Ryo is still an insanely good card this format. He locks down so much stuff. Because this deck can afford to play a lot of back row, you can protect him really well. You just can't search with his, which is a very important part of the deck. So then we're running 3 Fire Formation Tinky, and because these kind of go hand in hand with them, 2 Rhoda. They search out all your pieces. Pollux is a warrior, so you can get him with Rhoda. And then Chaos is a Beast Warrior, so you can get him with Tinky. And that facilitates just about all your major Xyz plays right there. So that's 5 extra cards that basically make Xyz. Then you're running 2 Pot of Dualities. Pot of Duality just to search through your deck and thin a little bit more. So he's really good as well. 2 Lance. 2 MST. These pretty much function. They pretty much help you with removal. They make it to where your opponent really has to struggle to get over your cards. If you have a Lance set, it's pretty much impossible to get over Pallades because you can't use spell and you can't attack over them. So Lance just kind of makes the deck a little bit better. And then MST, because it's just a really great card. And then for the staples, Mind Control, Book of Moon, Dark Hole. Mind Control is awesome in this deck because you have Constellar Chaos, and Constellar Chaos makes you can change his level to pretty much anything. You can't change that guy's level, but you can change your own level to make XCs. So you can bump his up 1, 2, however many you need. And also you can get one of their rank 5 XCs and make Gaia Knight, which is a beast in this deck because you can make him really easily. So yeah, or if you're going against the mirror match, you can make Omega, which is pretty cool. So then we're running a pretty basic trap lineup: 2 Deep Prison, 2 Phoenix Chain just to stop attacks. I like these cards; they're really cool. Deep Prison especially, I love flipping him up on Graphas or whatever the meta throws at me now. Then I'm running 1 Tech Mirror Force because I love Mirror Force. It's always been one of my favorite cards. It can just about destroy a guy's field if he overextends. And you can kind of bluff Mirror Force. You might think it's something else. So you definitely want to play Mirror Force. You don't have to. I kind of like them. You might want to run an extra Wiretap. Solemn Warning, of course. It's pretty much obligatory. As well as Torrential and Bottomless is really good cards. And then for my final 40th card, I'm running Wiretap. I was running a second Mirror Force, but I put in Wiretap because I really like Wiretap. It negates the activation. Whenever you shuffle something into the deck, they're never going to see it again. The deck is just like a big bottomless pit, pretty much. So let's go ahead and hop on into the XCs and 1 fusion. I can assume you guys are going to know what that fusion is. So 2 Pleiades, of course, it's your boss monster, essentially. You can make this card off. It's pretty much game over for your opponent there. If you can protect him, he pretty much puts so much presence on the board. It's really hard to get over him. Then we also have some other XCs, Constellar XCs. Price B, pretty much. Forbidden Lance, just a lot better because he can increase his own attack. Constellar Omega. I have to run against Chainburn a lot because there's a lot of Chainburns at my locals. So this card wrecks against Chainburn because they all like to run Magical Cylinder. Not a really good card in Chainburn in my opinion, but hey, it's whatever helps me win, so I'm going to throw it in there. And it's also good against a lot of other stuff. Then Constellar, however you pronounce it, M7. That's a really good card. I like it as well. I don't really make it that much, but whenever I do, it's really helpful, and it's a huge beater. 2700 is big. Then we're running number 82, Heartland Drago, because punching directly is awesome, and yeah, it's really cool. It's a really great card, and I definitely would recommend you guys running it. And you're also going to have a lot of face-up field spells, so they cannot attack this card either. Black Ship of Corn, just to get rid of problem XCs. Crazy Box, because Skill Drain can hurt this deck a little bit. If you can go into Crazy Box, it's pretty much a huge beater for you. It's hard, and it's really hard to get over. Then you're running Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is a really good card. I recently just got it. Gaga Cowboy, staple. Then we have Starliege Paladino. This is a really good card as well. It's probably one of my favorite XCs ever made. I really like how you can pretty much just get over. It's spot on attack removal, and it also negates the effects, which is a really awesome effect, and I really like it. And then whenever this card's destroyed, you draw a card, which is awesome. And then I'm running Volcasaurus because it's OP, Tyrus because it's OP, and then because I'm running a bunch of rank 5s in Mind Control, Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. So those are really good, especially Volcasaurus. It's overpowered. Then Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon for my machine matchups. I really don't see a whole lot of machine matchups this format, but you never know when one's going to come at you, so it's best to be prepared. Then for my side deck, I'm going to run through it kind of quick. 2 Cyber Dragon for the Chimera Tech to make stuff. You could run System Down instead. I like Chimera Tech. Majesty's Fiend. This card's really, really good. It's really insanely good. It basically shuts down probably about half the decks. It shuts down Shadows, Satella Knights, just about everything that really is dependent upon effects. So you definitely want to run that. On my 1 spell, MST, just a 3rd one, because you never know how many MSTs you might need. They're going to side in Light Imprisoning Mirror, you need to draw into that. Then Overwork, because I play a lot up against a lot of people that do run stuff like Fire Fist and things with a Fire Fist engine in it like this. It's really powerful. And then, because this is an all-light deck for the most part, Goes and Match. It's an awesome card. I really love Goes and Match. Pretty much stops everything that they try to do. Especially if it's a deck like Six Samurai or something. They're not doing anything on you. And then Imperial Iron Wall, because if you want to banish, I don't have to banish that much. I can just side out my Sombres or just kind of play around it or something. So it's really good. And then we have our 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors for Shadows. They're probably the only card you really need it against. Shadows can be a really easy matchup because of Pollux. He gets around that big fusion that only says 1 special summon. You can go Pollux, make another Colossus or something, make Pleiades bounce back, and it can be really powerful. So I really like him. And then for our final card, our final 3 cards actually, Soul Drain, Macrocosmos, and Mirror Force. Mirror Force is the second Mirror Force, so it's really good. And then Macrocosmos is also pretty good. Same with Soul Drain. Really good side deck cards. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this deck profile. I hope you guys might want to try it out. It's a really fun deck. If you guys haven't tried Constellars yet, I really recommend you do it. It's an awesome deck, and you guys will not regret trying it out. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.